This is very hard to control.
No, don't do it. Don't shut down the computer, Cyrus.
No, I got it.
Oh no, don't. Yeah, your phone. You should turn off your phone.
No.
Don't do the thing.
Give me a sec.
Oh my god.
There we go.
Oh, no. Okay, all right. He seems
Holy
to
shit.
You're
We
competent.
did it. Somewhat.
Oh my god.
Somewhat.
No.
I'm literally controlling a computer that is fucking 6 feet away with a
magic.
With
No, it's magic.
It's magic.
It's magic.
It's
He's
magic.
using magic.
That is what we're having
It's all
to do.
magic.
It's all magic.
It's yeah.
You should maybe take that and move that to the right so that I can also see it as well. Because
no,
I can't see
you don't get to see the.
Fine, the live chat is here then.
No.
The live chat is here then.
You don't get to see the live chat.
I can see it.
No,
here.
you can't.
What?
You
It's
can't
magic
see the live
too.
Chat. Anyway, science is magic. It says in the chat.
Okay, friendship is magic as well. That's what My Little Pony taught me.
Oh no.
How is it going, everybody? No, there is no help. There is no saving.
Please send rescue.
Attack of the bread.
Please. Oh no. All right. This was a mistake.
This
was a terrible idea. Put the bread down.
No.
All right. So
you're even here and you can't make me.
It's a live action. As opposed to the other ones that are not live action. It is a live hammered out that is as opposed to the other ones that are live. We're in person.
Yes, we're actually in the same location.
We're in the same place. Chess says Ocean wasn't ready for this.
Yeah.
I
agree with that.
Oh gods.
I agree with that.
You're clipping the mic, by the way.
I'm clipping the mic?
You're clipping the mic.
Oh god damn it, no. I'm sorry.
And there's bread in the chat. Okay, so
more bread for the bakery, everybody.
I'm not even sure.
More bread for the bakery.
We didn't actually decide on a subject for today's Hammered Out. I don't know what... Yeah.
We're going to coast on novelty alone.
We're going to coast completely on novelty. Here we are in person!
I think.
With each other.
I'm going to do...
No, don't put it further away. It'll fuck it up.
I'm trying to stop it from peaking.
I don't think that a millimeter away is going to help all that much or hurt all that much.
I know what can stop the peaking.
No, don't do it.
Don't
do the... No.
I have the power.
Don't change the settings. Oh, gods, no.
Aha.
Oh, no.
Watch.
No,
Look at it.
Oh,
Look
maybe.
At it. Now we're in the yellows.
That doesn't help as much as you think it does. Now we're really quiet.
No, we're not.
No, we're not. No, we're only in the green now. Stop it.
No.
Don't move that. No, that's okay. Well, don't do that.
There you go.
All right.
There you go. How's that?
0.80 is probably the best spot.
Okay,
You're
cool.
at 0.79 right now, so that's close enough.
It's perfect. Louder. This isn't you. Yumi.
Oh, God.
The chat said, Yumi, come back. Come on, Yumi. You were told to come back.
I love this cat.
Welcome back.
All right.
Yumi has come back. She's here. This is what you wanted, right?
So, anyway.
My promise I made to you.
We're coasting on
10 cool points if you catch the reference.
So, the things that we were talking about...
Were chicken tenders.
With this... No. Cyrus is a really good cook. like holy shit.
Do you guys like some chicken tenders?
Oh my god, you're just holding it up proudly.
Yeah.
They're really tasty though.
Look at it, they got sesame seeds in them and shit.
Yeah, I don't know about that all that, but they were really good. They were fucking fantastic. I was like, because Cyrus has made chicken tendies before with me around, but these in particular were fucking great. Oh no, dog is moving camera.
We're still good. We're still good. Come on, Growlith.
Anyway.
Come up here. What did you have for breakfast then? Because it wasn't tenders.
No, I had, he makes, rice noodles. And then takes the tendies and cuts them up, and I don't know what you did to them, but it involved honey. And it was really good. It was fantastic. So...
It was fried chicken and hoisin sauce.
It was good.
And... stir-fry rice noodles fried in...
No, someone's saying that's why Ocean is there. I came... Food.
Came for the food.
you guys
wonder why this happens.
So I drove over immediately.
Tenders were offered.
Yeah. It was just there will be tendies. And I was like, okay. That's...
Growlith! Stop. No, Growlith, up now. Stop. She's literally curling.
She's just hugging the tripod. Nope, a little bit further that way.
A little more like that.
Camera left. Okay, all right. Anyway,
Yeah,
so
good. You're good here, Growlith. Stop fucking with the camera. Holy shit.
that's a good. Okay, yeah, doggo in the frame. So we were having discussions about what the fuck to do for this Hammered Out, this particular one. I have chat like in front of me right now.
My
I know I'm
phone-
a sinner for using.
I had to
Apple,
hold
but
my phone in my crotch to chat. Congratulations, you've been in my crotch for like the last 5 minutes.
That's. Thank you. Anyway, so, we had things come up. I made a post on the Twitters that went a little nuts. For me, anyway.
Woo!
You know, once engagements get into the hundreds or whatever the fuck, it's not engagements, whatever. Anyway, it's a lot for me.
I am apparently canceled.
You're canceled.
Yeah, that's what I'm being
You're
told.
canceled?
I'm canceled.
Why are you canceled?
Well, you're canceled too.
Oh,
Crotch chat is best
that's
chat.
fine. Anyway, I made a Twitter post
A tweeter! A tweeter!
that I said, PSA, atheists who point out that polytheism is valid are not betraying their atheism. This is like an accusation. You got this.
Yeah.
When we decided to do Hammered Out, it was like, a pagan and an atheist doing a show together. Sorcery!
It's against the atheist orthodoxy!
And you had people like DMing you like nuts going like, you're validated, a pagan. So, anyway, so that was like kind of the reason why I made the post, and I've also seen this happen to other atheists as well. So what happened to you when we started Hammered Out? Like that, just go through that fucking story.
I got
'cause it's funny.
I got fucking inundated repeatedly with with DMs on Twitter, comments on YouTube. It started not just with Hammered Out. It started when we did our first collaboration together.
Oh yeah, when I was just on your channel.
Yeah, we did that because we had the Waffle
I just
House
came over
meeting.
and said hello.
We did the Waffle House meeting, and then we did basically going over everything we went over at Waffle House just in an episode. And people were freaking out about, like, theism's a mental illness, don't you understand?
Jesus.
Why can't you get it?
You went there. Wow.
So did they.
I mean, I guess that's true.
That's what the comments were.
Yeah.
So they're like, don't you understand? I'm just like, how is theism a mental illness? It's under the classification of delusion. So getting that many.
Did they make those noises?
Yes, actually.
Okay, good.
It was just typed out like HRNGH.
Herned?
It was like Mr. Krabs, but if he had cocaine.
Okay. What show am I on? Alright, anyway.
The same one you've been on for a year and a half. How do you feel about that?
I don't know. Yeah. But anyway, yeah, so the theism is a mental illness thing, guys. If you want to check out, Shannon Q has a fantastic video on that, just going through it of like, this is stupid, here's why it's stupid. But yeah. So anyway, but yeah, you were getting like accusations of straight up like betraying your atheism and shit because you're doing work with a paganist.
And then you have to sit there and wonder, wait, hold on, I have a question. What kind of atheist are you? Are you a lack of belief atheist? Because if so, what am I betraying? I have not said that I believe in ocean's gods. I don't.
Bad Cirrus, though.
Bad?
You're betraying. You're doing.
I'm betraying the late great Christopher Hitchens and his ghost, but not his ghost, because that would be betraying my atheism.
Would it though? You could be an atheist and believe in ghosts.
Not according to these people.
No, all right,
ghosts
whatever.
Ghosts are
like,
delusion.
I know several
Mental
atheists that
illness.
believe in ghosts. There's like, I don't believe in God, but the creaks in my house are probably my grandmother. You know, that kind of shit. You know.
And then you're just like how?
I don't know where it goes, but anyway.
What? This is Growly. Growly has decided she wants to be part of the episode. This is the most she's been able to be part of an episode.
Growlith really wants to contribute to this conversation. This is true. Growlith has been contributing to all the conversations while I've been here.
Growlith has been a very good girl, kind of.
And then, so let me just read some of these responses that I got on Twitter for you, just because. That's not the right one. Hold on a second. Where is it?
Eamster.
I don't know. I'm running through a bunch of stuff about Darth Pelagius.
Darth Pelagius? Plagueis? Darth Pelagius the Woos.
I did a video today on Pelagius. And there's all sorts of animals coming in.
Growth. Over this way, Growth.
Hold on a second. You, me. So...
we have many animals.
Let's see.
This is not all the
my
animal.
favorite exchange on here is someone asked valid as what? And Wolf said
valid as fuck.
Anyway, let's see. People kept saying that it's not valid.
Do they know what a syllogism is?
Probably not.
Probably not. That's kind of half the problem.
But also, I don't just mean like. So here, I said it's not irrational position or inherently harmful, etc. You can, if you hold that polytheism is true, then it's hard to be an atheist, but you don't have to do that in order to say it's valid. So, but
your gods exist, but I don't believe in them.
Mad at that. Yeah, exactly.
That's a weird position to take. Your ontology is this, but my epistemology is
I hold a claim against myself.
That's
dumb.
That actually would be a delusion. That definitionally would be one. I hold that.
Yeah, I guess that's. Yeah.
I hold that this is ontologically true, but I believe this.
Yeah, one god or many makes no difference. They don't exist. This is a whole thing.
Also, we got a super chat from Zach Forbes Restifo. Hey everyone, I don't watch many Hammered Outs. What is going on this episode? We asked ourselves that question
we
too.
We don't know.
The biggest novelty of this episode is that we're able to do it
sitting next to each other.
Yeah, we're able to do it like this.
We're doing the thing.
The difficulty of this episode is that my computer's way the fuck over there, and I have it controlled with mind magic, apparently.
Yeah.
I'm being told to check fan art. I wonder if I can maneuver the fan art onto the screen.
No. Let me do it.
No. I'm saying maneuver it in.
Oh, Jesus.
Like, if I can add the fan art in. That would be a
feat.
That would be an accomplishment. Let's see.
That would... As opposed to a hand?
Let's see. Can I...
Oh my god. That fan art is amazing.
Found your duck.
That is amazing. Jack and Quill did a duck.
Oh, that's bad.
I don't know if you can... don't... Cyrus is going to straight up shut down the stream.
I'm not going to shut down the stream.
Try to move this.
I know what I'm doing.
I don't know if you know what you're doing.
I'm fairly confident that I know what I'm doing.
I don't know if I need you to be fairly confident.
I'm fairly confident parents. Alright, so now...
Oh my god.
We have to go to the folder. We have to go to video resources.
Fucking help.
Fuck, I'm just gonna
Guys, if we suddenly go off air...
It's gonna be my fault.
It's all Cyrus. Blame Cyrus. Hashtag.
New folder. We're just gonna label it 1, because that way I'll be able to locate it very easily. Because I am several feet away from my computer and I can't read file names.
I don't know. Is Yumi in the frame?
Your face is in the frame. That helped nothing.
That didn't.
Give me a sec. Okay.
Yeah, move the duck.
Wait.
There you go.
Here's the first step. That's
step
the important step.
Oh my god.
Yumi's
okay, so you can see
ears in the frame.
This cat is like passed out in my lap.
Alright, and boom! We did it!
Oh my god. Well fucking done.
We did.
Anyway, this is amazing. I think this is my favorite thing.
We did it, everybody. We kept the Hammered Out tradition.
I'm putting that in the corner
even
of my
though
streams.
I am so fucking... okay, that's as good as it's gonna get. I'm not able to maneuver that any better.
Yeah, don't try.
Yeah, it's fine.
That's gonna be. That's good.
It's fine.
It's fine. Everything is fine.
It's fine. It's fine.
Neil sent in a super chat that says you two are adorable. There is a bromance. I'm not gonna lie about it. Let's see. Please don't have the Rona.
No.
Trying not to. I've been pretty much in seclusion.
The only times I've gone out is to grab food or go to the grocery store, and
largely same.
And like we've got fucking disinfectant in the car and everything, so nothing gets. We're fine.
We have been.
In fact, actually,
practicing safe streaming.
What is that? It's my glove. What is it? What does it do? It's my streaming condom. It stops the stream
Do
from
me
flowing. But no, actually, today originally, we were going to normally Thursday. This is part of the conversation we actually need.
Oh
to have
yeah, that's
with
right.
everybody.
We need to tell the audience about why it's the last Thursday one.
And I'm gonna. Well, they don't even know because I haven't labeled that. I just said a farewell to arms. They've been trying to figure out what that means.
Wait, why is it a farewell to arms?
Because hammers and Thor's Day. Hammers are our armaments.
Oh,
The hammers are leaving Thursday.
that's so dumb.
You're dumb.
That's stupid.
You're stupid.
Why did you name it that? As
Get the fucking beanie off of you.
I
You
know.
fucking Tim Pool looking piece of shit.
Yeah, no, that's who I'm cosplaying right now.
But no, so I don't think you're a piece of shit. Crap, maybe.
I'll just start making. I'm gonna claim I'm a Bernie bro and keep making conservative statements.
You
Like-
see, I'm
like
actually a
alt-right
Bernie bro,
cringe.
but I'm voting for Trump because I do not think that we need that whatever my argument is today, I pulled it out of my butt. Yes. Civil War.
Does he think there's gonna be a civil war?
Yes. He's been posting video after video literally going, America is on the verge of civil war.
Some alarmist shit.
Yeah, that's how he gets views.
Stop
doesn't-
the spoilers, Ocean.
He
I'm sorry.
literally just fucking reads other people's news articles they wrote and then reacts
Mainly
to
from
them.
Infowars, like Sargon.
Yeah, that's all he does.
Okay. Dim fool.
Dim fool, Pim tool, fucking piece of shit. Any of those work. Calls himself a liberal, and I'm just like, how?
He's not a Bernie bro. Like someone saying, "Is like Bernie bro's voting for Trump?" No, he's not a Bernie bro.
No.
So voting for Trump from Bernie bros was like a meme during like the Clinton election, but I don't think it's not a meme for this election that I've seen.
So one thing, the reason that we are moving is there is so much stuff happening on Thursday.
Yeah, we got
that
the pagan bar crawl for my channel.
and me and Raz have therapy on Thursdays,
Right.
which eats into
So we can't do it before, we can't do it, and after it's midnight.
Yeah, like we can do it, but we end up with these very small streams all the time because we
Right.
are doing it at such a late time. So
Like
we're
now.
like, okay, we can't, like, we shouldn't do it after, and we can't do it before.
Right.
So what's the best solution here? Well, the best
8
solution
in the morning.
Do you know what those tenders had in the motion? You're gonna find out at the hospital.
Oh no.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Shit.
That's where they'll find everything. Yes.
No.
That's where they do the tests. But colonoscopies aside, well, they're usually, yeah, they are to the side. They just put them in a little bowl right over there. Anyway, point being, because everything is happening on Thursday, we are moving Hammered Out to Tuesday. Now we are still looking on
Tuesday.
we are still looking to discuss the actual time. Though I think we can both agree we would like to do a set time, if we can manage it.
Yeah, no, we want to do like at the same time. Every time.
Every time. Same time every time.
Is that what I? Yeah.
Same,
Words.
same bat
Yeah.
time, same
so,
bat
same
place.
bat.
Same bat
You
channel.
help me. So let's see. Was that an awkward silence just now? Also. Okay. Let's see. I'm just reading through the chat.
You're just reading through.
Yep. But yeah, we're gonna do like a Tuesday thing, which means that it will be on Tuesday, which means that I guess I'll just chop my hand off for every stream. Is that?
You know, it actually still works for me because in WoW, the Order of Paladins is called the Order of Tyr's Hand, and Paladins all use hammers.
Does that mean that
I go from shaman to paladin.
they cut themselves off
No, they're based off
from
of
society or
something.
something? Like that's what I don't know.
They're the Order of Tyr's Hand.
Do they jump into wolves' mouths or something? Like what's the deal?
That's what happened with Tyr in WoW's lore.
Is
Is
he put himself inside of a wolf's mouth?
I'd have to go through the Wrath of the Lich King expansion again.
The story of Tyr in Norse mythology is he put his hand in Fenrir's mouth.
Yeah, I believe it's largely the same in WoW.
Okay.
Because Loki and Thor and all of them exist in WoW as well.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yumi has had enough of this
Loki
shit.
is just called Loken. Hello. Bye.
There goes the cat.
Yep. Although I heard a meow from another one. We might get a cat guest here.
We like the cats. There's like 20 cats in this house.
It says 5.
There's 20 cats.
5.
I'm counting each of them 4 times.
Damn it. One of them stayed in your room.
Yeah. I spent the night here, and I was like, there's a cat underneath my bed. Me.
So they just closed the door. She'll paw her way out later.
And then the cat woke me up and went to the door for me to let them out. And so I stood up, let them out, and then they darted underneath the bed.
Yep, that's what she does.
And then, so I get back in the bed, because I guess they don't want to be let out. And then suddenly they're pawing at the door again. So I get up, and then under the bed it goes. I'm like, work with me here, cat. I can let you out. Oh, well.
Yeah, generally what you
Just
have to do...
wanted a permanent open door, I guess. So
what you have to do with her, is either crack the door and let her just go out on her own
do
accord.
the thing, yeah.
Or get to the door but don't quite open it, because that spooks her.
What Calcifer does is stands next to the door and then meows at you until you fucking go over there and open the door for him, and then he goes out.
That's what Gigi does.
Yeah.
Like, Gigi
Sirs,
will
I don't know the right
that.
place to ask this, but what do you think of the Daniel Prude situation?
I actually don't know of the Daniel Prude situation.
I guess send Saris messages on Discord about Daniel Prude, or post them in his Discord and tag him.
And, send me the stuff in Discord. I can take a look at it, and I can give you my opinion that way.
Yeah.
And if it's something that's up my alley, then I can probably do a video on it, depending on what it is. Because I don't know what it is.
Onyx says one of them is named Calcifer. Yeah, that's me and my roommate's cat. So, yeah, there's pictures of Calcifer all over my Instagram.
Yep. And there's a Twitter.
Which I'm going to plug my Instagram, I guess, Ocean Keltoy. But, and there is now a picture of Yumi on my Instagram as well. Yumi is regal as fuck, that cat. Anyway, also words. Other thing that has popped up on the Twitters. Oh yeah, here's a person that responded to that post that I made about atheists not betraying their atheism.
Oh,
yes, they are. By definition, they are.
By definition, atheists are betraying their atheism.
That was such a confusing post to me, because I was like,
they're not.
Right.
Saying,
so I said how, and he said because they aren't atheists if they're polytheists. I'm like, yeah.
Like, yeah, but that's not what's being said.
It says you can be both. So you can't be both, so that would be a betrayal of your atheism. First off, betrayal. That's the reason why I used the word betrayal, because I thought the word betrayal was so weird. And then it's like if you said vegetarians who eat meat aren't betraying their vegetarianism. It's like, I'm not saying they can be both, and then what are you saying? Why would an atheist validate polytheism?
It's not that they validate it.
Right.
Okay, so you guys, everybody here
and then Duke is the man showed up.
Everybody here who's done like a little bit of philosophy and logic, can you please in the chat do me a favor? Just if as quickly as you can, define a valid argument. I'll give you like 5 seconds. 5 seconds, which means you're gonna have to type several words a minute. I understand I'm constraining you very awkwardly.
Difference between valid and sound.
Difference between valid and sound. Yeah, it's been 5. Sorry. So, okay. A valid argument, just so everybody knows, a valid argument means that the structure of the argument is good. It means that if every premise...
Structurally, it
is valid. If a valid argument is an argument where if every premise is true, the conclusion must be true. The structure of the argument is good.
A sound argument means the premises are true. With atheism and polytheism, whatever argument you build for them, there's no way to know if the premises are true.
Yeah,
so you can't say either one of them are sound.
Yeah,
you can say that...
They're both valid.
Yeah.
But you cannot say with 100% certainty...
Well, you can't even say with... We don't know if the premises are sound, or the premises are true. So, it's just not a thing.
You just can't say with certainty at all.
Right.
This is evidence that we have animals.
Yes.
Jesus fucking Christ.
There's so much...
And you know what we did before you got here?
Cleaned?
Swept and mopped.
Right.
It doesn't matter.
There's animal hair.
It takes no time. If you've ever had a dog who sheds and you sweep and mop your house, give it 15 minutes, it doesn't look like it anymore. It's crazy.
Someone is saying in the chat, Gainer is valid in sound. Yes.
Yeah, Gainer is valid, and Gainer does speak, so there is in fact a sound that comes out of their mouth. Correct. Okay, so a theist and an atheist of any variety can look, well, no, yeah, even a global atheist can look at a theistic argument and say that's valid.
Right.
Even a global atheist.
Yes.
They just
say they don't agree with it.
They state they do not agree
You
with
can
it.
have
They
you
state
can
it's
hold
not
that an
sound.
argument is valid without agreeing with the conclusion.
Yeah, this is basically people not understanding what valid means. They don't understand what valid means at all.
Right. You can say that an argument is valid
Funny.
while disagreeing with the conclusion, as far as saying, or disagreeing with the soundness of the conclusion, saying the conclusion is not sound. However, I can say the argument is valid.
So I got a fucking email from healthinsurance.net, and maybe it's because you're here, but I read it as heathen insurance.
I mean,
For all the broken technology.
yeah, I need that.
Just
Please give me heathen insurance for my computers.
the tech just breaks all the time, and it is very upsetting.
Insure your heathens. I desperately need heathen insurance.
Ensure you're insured. They are different words,
Okay,
Ocean.
so, yeah, I know.
Do you?
I hate you.
Same.
Where did I... Okay, wait, why did I click that button? I don't know what's happened. Yeah, so then Duke is the Man showed up. My favorite person on Twitter.
Philosophically inept. It's okay to be philosophically inept. That's fine. Just don't be loud about it. That's it. You can be inept at philosophy. It's perfectly fine. Just if we all know, then we'll have conversations with you. Maybe, depending on who you are.
All right,
If your name's Jungle Jargon or Darth Dawkins, probably not.
not.
Probably
Or no,
not.
Darth Dawkins won't have a conversation with me.
Oh,
Yeah.
what a fucking coward.
No, he runs.
What a little
He
bitch
just
boy.
he goes straight up. Poof.
beta.
Like, it just refuses. He's like, Ocean's a troll, and then he takes off. Anyway, the other thing, because I think we've exhaustively covered. That's about all that we can say about that subject. The other thing that we were talking about for today's Hammered Out was the David Silverman stuff that's been popping up.
Oh my god. Okay, so give me an H in the chat, please. If you know about the David Silverman situation. Give me a G if you don't.
Yeah, H. Okay, yeah, H in the chat if you know. G
About, like,
if you do not know
About like what's going
about
on.
what's going on with David Silverman. A lot of H's.
He's back. Darn it.
Yep. Okay.
That's a
So, all of those that put H in the chat, do you know about what's going on in the last 24 hours? Or do you know about just David Silverman generally being an idiot lately? With all the stuff. All right, now I'm seeing more G's. Okay. So, David Silverman had a interview with David Smalley.
And in that interview, he said
some stuff.
Some really dumb stuff. Okay, so here's another question for the chat. If I say, this is a BLM conversation for a little bit now.
David Silverman definitely is not a leftist.
No, he's definitely not. So let's say...
I'm not a fan of David Smalley either, but like, damn.
Let's say that I had a
I
conversation...
haven't consumed very much of his content, to be fair. But...
Say that I had a conversation with you.
Okay.
And I were to ask you, audience,
Sure.
or even you, Ocean.
Okay.
Okay, so, 10 people in this cell over here died.
Right.
20 people in this cell over here died.
Right.
Now, of the group that had 10 people, there are 20 people total. They just lost half their group.
Right.
Of the group that lost 20 people, though,
Yeah.
there's 100 people. There's 100 of them in this cell.
Right.
So they lost a fifth of theirs.
Right.
Which one technically suffered more losses?
Like, as a group?
Like as a group,
Yeah,
percentile.
obviously Group A.
Group A.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
David doesn't agree with that logic.
right.
The way he does it.
He was trying to say that it was proportional.
It's not.
I know. No, that's what he was saying.
Proportional is a matter of percentages.
He was trying to say that he was this close to the 1350 argument, guys. Like it was.
He was sitting next to it.
It was there.
It was okay. So,
Which is the same thing that T-Jump did.
Yeah, David
I'm
Silverman.
giving spoilers.
David Silverman was looking at the 1350 argument. The 13% of African Americans commit 50% of the violent crimes.
Right.
And all the like fucking apology that comes with it. And instead of engaging with it directly, he did the cowardly thing, which was masturbate to it. He didn't have to touch it. But
oh my god.
Which one?
All of them.
All of them?
All of them.
Okay. I say none of them, but
yeah, well, that's all of them for you.
There's the premise of our show. There we go. Cool. We did it.
Yeah.
Excellent.
All, none, both cases, 100%.
Hey, that's proportional. It's 100% in both cases.
Get me out of here!
Who are you talking to?
I don't know.
You're talking to a blanket.
There. Espion. Alright.
Espion might be able to help you. Vaporeon might be able to help you too, but then again, there's that cursed post, Razor.
No. So, moving on from that, yeah, he said a number of things. Like, he went into some pretty, like, disgusting deets as well. So, I'd say that David Silverman is, like, fully masked off at this point.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Yeah.
Under normal circumstances, Shark Tenko says that we skipped their super chat. Let me... where... Oh, this is... You know what?
Here it is. I send you a DM over Discord about the situation, but the long and short of it is that it's a George Floyd-like situation, but possibly worse. Okay. Then we shall look at it.
Yeah, that is a thing we'll have to look at after stream.
Cyrus is going to have to go through.
Just because
you want to look at everything and all that stuff. Yeah,
I'm not going to be able to just like glance over the article and then just go,
right.
Yes, this. But after stream, I will be able to do it, and I'll be able to send you a DM, and we'll be able to figure that shit out. But if it is as you say it is, that's gross. More than a little gross.
Yeah.
Like, not your fault that it's
Jen
gross.
is giving some details, and it doesn't look good.
Oh boy.
Yeah. So, but yeah,
I'd say
go through it. But because I don't want to comment on that which I do not know about. The other, like, so coinciding with David Silverman's comments was T-Jump went on Modern Day Debate, and
yep, he was debating Actual Jake, and in that debate, I
just said, Cyrus, watch this. Cyrus, I just want to torture you. So
I watched. So just going through, I'm gonna have to do a video response to his opening arguments.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to.
Can I say that I thought it was weird that it was like a Black Lives Matter debate and it was two white dudes?
Yeah.
It was weird. So anyway, but that's what but you know, and now we're sitting here commenting on it, but like it happened.
And we're also two white dudes.
Yeah. So there's that. But like TJ's arguments, or T-Jump, I call him TJ. T-Jump's arguments though, when his opening statement was a mess.
Yeah.
What did you think, Cyrus? Because I know he has so much
his
to say
fucking
about
opening statement was like, for every one black death, you can find two white deaths.
Right.
Okay, cool. And you know what? That's statistically true. That is statistically true. Now, the secondary question is, how many black people are in the United States population versus how many white people? There are 5 times as many black people in the United States, or 5 times as many white people in the U.S. population as there are black people. And if that is the case, which it is, I've looked at the stats.
He was unironically making the All Lives Matter argument and flirting with 1350.
Yeah, it's fucking... When you look at those arguments, it's like, yeah, if for one person in Group A, there are 2 that die in Group B, but there are more people in Group B by a 5 times multiplier, then these are not proportionally the same. They're not. I'm gonna you know what? You know how I'm gonna do this?
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna bake a big batch of chicken tenders, and I'm gonna have some that are. Oh no, that's actually that would be in very poor taste. No, we're not doing that.
Okay, don't do this shit.
What I can do
I
though,
see
is
why that's
I can
okay.
do this in. I can get some rice. That's what I'll do.
Okay.
I'll get just 2 piles of rice, and then get rid of a bunch of rice from one pile, and get rid of a bunch of rice from the other pile. And then when you see that one pile looks significantly smaller proportionally, maybe you'll fucking understand it. But he's not going to understand it because fucking Jake tried to explain it to him, and he literally just rolled his eyes.
It's Jake trying to explain why the arguments were bad. Like I saw I didn't see like the entire debate. I saw his opening statement. I saw a little bit of Jake going through it, but I was like, man, I'm gonna have to sit down with this later. But his opening argument was like enough for me to go, yeah. So yeah, but like I don't know. It was a thing. I'm seeing lots of T-Jump as an idiot in the chat, but let's see. Jake was tired. Oh, Jake tried so hard, but T-Jump was just repeating himself. That's what T-Jump does in most of his debates, it seems.
T-Jump is of the opinion that if he can repeat the same thing over and over again...
Yeah, he just says the same thing over... Yeah. If you look at his debates with... Like, Godless Girl is especially funny. And if you look at his debates with anybody, when he starts bringing out, like, the pantheistic naturalism argument... or
pantheistic naturalism.
Which doesn't...
It's not his worldview.
No, it's not his worldview, and pantheistic naturalism doesn't make sense as a sentence. As a statement, anyway. So, well... Unless you change what theism is. But yeah, so... Because he's appealing to, like, what is it, a universal law or something like that? Anyway. But it's essentially, I will assert the same point over and over, and then call the opponent stupid, and then that's the debate. And...
It's frustrating to watch, because I'm like... I know that T-Jump can research. I know that he has the capacity to be better. But he's being a fucking idiot and a racist apologist.
Yeah.
Not T-Jump is being racist and an apologist. T-Jump is being an apologist for racist people and racist arguments. Now, then there's David Silverman. That one's a bit different.
David Silverman... Yeah, again, has gone full mask off. I don't know what... I don't get why David Silverman's gone down the path that he has, but it is a little embarrassing. Like, he used to be like this prominent figure in atheism.
He's a fucking meme too.
Yeah, no, he's a meme. Yeah, that's right, for the Tide thing.
Yeah.
With Bill O'Reilly. And
Tide goes in, Tide goes out.
It was a really funny exchange that he did better in, just acting incredulous, which is... You know, it didn't require much. Like you know, is that fucking Bill O'Reilly did all the heavy lifting in that exchange. But
which means he lifted himself off the table and muted himself.
Right. And then David Silverman was just confused, which was a good reaction. David Silverman tweets, "Look, QAnon like." Really? We're going to have to look at that. Is David Silverman going QAnon?
QAnon, you mean?
Whatever, how do you say it?
QAnon.
QAnon?
Because the whole thing on 4chan is anon. You are anon, not anon. You're anon.
Oh. I didn't know it was pronounced that way. I always read it. So, let's see. Tide goes in, Tide goes out. Yeah, I remember that. Yep. That was a thing. And he was like this prominent figure. And then, like, he was fired from American Atheist. He got into all the scandals. And then tried to sue people.
And that got tossed out.
And it was weird. Yeah, it got tossed out because he's bad at everything. And I go into a little bit of it in my videos on John Richards. Then he was hired by AAI.
Of course he was.
And then fired by AAI because of another scandal that he got himself into. Or it coincided with it wasn't the reason.
It was like he got in trouble for like touching people, and then as soon as he got into another organization, he started doing it again.
Yeah.
Like what?
So,
why? How?
There you go. Let's see. Chat is going nuts. Some people
Also,
don't want to change.
Pikachu is asking what Dragon Con is. Dragon Con is the convention that me and Raz started dating at.
I used to sneak in.
Used to sneak in?
Yeah. I went
naughty
for a
boy.
few years in a row, and I never bought a ticket.
Naughty boy.
But because they're like $400 or some shit. It was a bunch of money. I'm just like, it's more like $200. But I was always just like, man, my friends are there, and I don't have the dollars. Q Bannon is the Bannon-themed conspiracy theory.
Bannon-themed?
Yeah. I started buying tickets, though, recently to it. When I went. But
For legal
did
reasons.
it get canceled?
For this year, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
It had
Because
to.
I heard that there were like plans for it happening, but I didn't hear about it further because I was just like, I was going to pass on it this year just because of everything, but I guess if it got canceled for the same reasons I passed on it. Yeah, Dragon Con is cool. Everything this year is canceled. Yep.
Yep, including David Silverman.
Including David Silverman.
Just...
This year has been a mess, man. Like, it's been an absolute mess. Let's see.
Aha!
Are you moving more?
It is perfect for me to see now.
What are you doing?
Ignore me.
What are you doing?
Just ignore me.
What are you doing?
Ignore me.
What sorcery is this?
What source? I have no idea. I'm looking through and finding...
No, not that one.
Embarrassing pictures.
No, not that one.
I'm not trying to grab that one.
No, not that one.
I am trying to get extra large icons.
No, not that
so
one
that
either.
I can see.
No.
Hey, look, it's Lulu.
No, not that one.
Not that one.
Not that one.
Hey, look, it's a sandwich.
Oh, no, not that one.
Now, are you just saying, oh no, not that one? On repeat?
No. It's totally not what I'm doing. What's
So
going
what
on
are
in
you
chat?
doing?
I was supposed to be there for Dragon Con an hour ago, but since I can't, here's food and drink that I would have upped for you two. Says
Oh, sweet.
Jen.
Well, thank you for the super chat, Jen.
Sweet. We will have to get drinks. Let's see.
You know McDonald's after this?
I heard Godless Girl mentioned, but I missed what she's done now. There's debates with Godless Girl and T-Jump that are really funny. Ocean doing a concern. Ocean agreed to
Hi,
something.
honey.
No. What's up?
What? Why are you looking at me so strangely?
I didn't realize tomorrow's our anniversary!
Did you have to hear the Dragon Con thing?
I'm listening to the stream and you were like, yeah, Raz and I met at Dragon Con. I was like, what day is it? The 4th?
Boom.
Then Raz, come here. Come here.
But you've already got your bromance.
Anniversary. Come here. Come here. You know what that means? Actually, wait, honey. It's 3 minutes into the day.
Yeah, tomorrow is our anniversary.
It's the 4th, currently.
Yeah, the
Okay.
5th is our
Yeah.
anniversary.
Come here. I mean, you can give me our son. I'll take him. Hi, buddy.
I do not wish to disturb
This
the
is
Yumi.
Big
but-
Cato.
But I wanted
Hello,
to do that because, like, I was sitting there and I didn't fucking realize it.
There's a lot of happy anniversaries in the chat now.
We gotta figure out something to do, man. Talk to me after the stream.
After
before
stream.
we start the second stream.
That sounds, oh yeah, there's a second stream.
Is there a second stream?
Yeah, remember? We talked about it.
Uh-oh.
The game one.
Uh-oh. Wait, but I can't. There's a lot of fire in the chat now.
There's much fire. That's hot.
Big Cato, happy anniversary.
What are
Raz
you-
joined them.
So what are you doing after stream?
I don't know. We'll figure it out after stream.
You're just like, I
don't-
can't.
I don't
Okay, so
know.
what are you doing?
I can't do the gaming, but we'll figure it out.
I mean, you can hang out,
Yeah.
watch.
Right.
I can do the tutorializing thing with you.
Yeah. Maybe. I could try and play League on a trackpad. That's always fun.
I have extra mice, Ocean.
I can't hear him.
I have extra mice!
He hasn't said anything.
He doesn't have to play on a fucking trackpad.
I would hate to play League on a trackpad.
You don't have to!
I don't know how to
I
play
am
League
controlling
on-
the stream of the trackpad!
I don't know how to do...
God damn.
No, it's magic. It's there's no... I don't know how to do stream on a... the Ocean the Mice.
Guys, do you want to see
It would
something
be...
neat?
It would be rough on a trackpad, Cirrus. So I'm
Look,
not going to do it.
Guys, look.
That's the reason.
I'm grabbing random shit from fan art now. It is Surus as Shadow the Hedgehog.
You're covering up your face with your face.
Yes. I'm gonna
This
punch
is a
my
weird.
face.
This is officially like a strange stream. I don't know what's going on here.
That's not new.
You can't read, Surus. You should know this. Oh yeah. No. I can't read.
You can't read?
No, I can't read.
But you can hear. Right? That's a thing you can do?
Not really.
You can engage in...
It's not.
Have you seen Rule 63 Big Tit
I barely
Vosh?
know English.
Have you seen Rule 63
What?
Big Tit Vosh?
Oh god.
This is an older fan art from when me and Vosh did our stream together. Oh god, that's pulling something weird. No, that's bad. That's not what we were needing.
What are you doing?
I'm making it bigger.
This is so strange. I don't know how I feel about this. This is a very odd stream.
That was a fan art that was submitted during the stream I did with Vosh ages ago.
What
Oh,
a
look,
weird world we're in.
Sadness. Hi guys, how are you?
Phrasing, Surus. I don't know what's happening, but I love it.
And
What the fuck happens after Midnight on Hammered Out? We all turn into gremlins.
everything is bad.
So, never feed your ocean after midnight.
Yeah.
Calcifer reads for Ocean, but Calcifer isn't there. Yes. Yes, he also does all of my communication. Calcifer actually runs my Twitter. This is the running mythology.
You can't tell me to put down the bread, Ocean. It's on my head.
What world is this?
I'm sorry. So I've got a folder called Presented, and it's all the fan art that has ever been shown on the channel. It is a pretty fucking large folder now, all things considered.
That's you as a creeper or something?
It's Minimalist Cirrus.
Oh, okay.
So I am just like scrolling through it because we don't have any other fan art that's popped up on the fan art section, and because we are very unfocused today, I am scrolling through. You know what? I can emulate this one. Because like, see, it's me with Yumi,
Right.
but I could just. What even is this picture? Oh, it's the.
Oh,
It's
that's
the thing for the chat. Yeah, it's not moving.
Yeah.
So
We don't need another reason for the chat to fail in another Hammered Out.
Hey, the chat
Is that
stopped
always
failing
happening?
recently. Like,
I don't know how to do this. Alright, what's going on in chat?
you are 12, and what is this?
Cirrus, is Ocean a sandwich?
Yeah,
No.
yeah,
No.
he is a sandwich.
Oh, God.
Don't eat him though.
You don't turn into gremlins, neither of you are in my pantry.
I could be if I was hungry enough. That's a thing I could
Are you
do.
making an appeal to potentiality?
Yeah,
Okay.
I am. Probability and statistics, bitch. Also, guess what works on Hammered Out?
Actually, you know what? Cirrus, you are in Jen's pantry if we appeal to modal realism.
Because I can both be in it and not.
Right.
Does that mean that I'm
There we are.
present by default?
Correct.
Oh god. Also,
If modal
Ocean,
realism is true, Cirrus is everywhere.
look, you work.
Oh, what? It never works. The chat works.
Yes, it does. I got it working.
Ocean is a soup. Clearly he's a soup in a bread bowl.
It says I have all the single mom snacks and a stash for adults.
Ocean is a snack. I don't even know
I'm sure there's
What's
somebody that
happening?
believes that.
in here. All right. Let's see.
Oh, it's a snack with 2 C's.
Yeah.
I think you're looking at Ocean as if he's a glass of water and you're very thirsty. What?
Help me.
You've said that so many times, but you're
For
still
Ocean,
here.
I am here.
I mean, they can't see the chains around your legs.
Soup in a bread bowl is a sandwich. I would
Yeah.
agree with that.
That's True.
It is definitely an open sandwich. Ocean is a tomato soup, because then he'll be red. Am I red?
But with enough books, would you be well read?
Oh, no.
QAnon supporters can't spell pedophile. Yeah, I spell it like this. TRUM
Oh, no.
allegedly P. That's generally
It's
how
the
I
Thor
spell
and
it.
Loki show.
Does the theme have to go
5
to
minutes in the sun and you're red, Ocean. Yeah.
Does the theme
That's
have to
true.
go to the same tune of the Paul and Morgan show?
So, let's open up to the chat for questions.
Probably a good
For
idea.
just throwing things out there. If you want, if you guys have something that you want us to comment on or talk about or whatever the hell, just shoot it towards us. Otherwise, we're gonna be like just aimlessly doing the bromance thing, which is fun, but only works for so long.
Take up arms, Ocean.
Bradley. Put it down.
It's supposed to fall. I'm not going to.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hold on.
I am. I'm sure that's half the problem.
I was feeling the power of the bread. I was almost compelled by it, but
Yeah, it stopped winking at you.
oh well. Nope. It's doing magic over here.
You looked away
I
and I
don't know.
flipped it.
No, I saw it out of my peripheral, but it's
Just,
you must conquer the bread. I thought it was conquering with bread.
it's the conquest of bread.
Does that mean the bread is being taken over, or the bread is doing the conquering?
It
I have
is
not
that-
read the book. I don't know what's going on.
Okay.
No, I just. And what kind of bread?
Any. The whole premise of the book is that all revolutions do the work of the violence, but forget to actually create a society that is sustainable afterwards. They solve
Well,
the
that definitely is true with the French Revolution.
They solved that's
And
actually
all
the
of them.
that's
Yeah,
the
okay. That's the one that's the model. Yeah.
yeah they
Okay.
so it was French bread.
Oh,
But no, the way it is literally described in the book is they don't understand that the real work of the revolution begins after a
right.
war.
Yeah.
They've solved the problem of getting rid of the monarchy,
This is why the
but they haven't solved the problem of bread.
situation in Egypt kind of resulted in more of the same at the end of it.
Because once you take over, you have to establish something that is better for everybody, and it is better than what was there before.
Right.
I mean, fucking...
What a loaf of crap.
like...
could not possibly give us. What we have to do is to show that in spite of the authoritarian individualism which stifles us,
He keeps trying to
there remains
indoctrinate
in
me.
our life, taken as a whole, a very great part in which we only act by free agreement.
Is that an audiobook?
Yeah,
Oh, okay. Oh. You have the whole thing.
yeah,
Okay.
I own it. Audible, everybody.
Yep. Did they give you a sponsor?
No, I
Oh,
wish.
well then.
I wish. Like, I've got Conquest of Bread, I've got Mastering Logical Fallacies, The Affluent Society, Philosopher's Toolkit. I got some really neat reads in here. Yeah, there are some people we talked about earlier.
Cirrus,
that-
play it while Ocean is sleeping.
Bread through osmosis! Okay, so everybody knows there are cameras around the house. There are not yet speakers around the house. There is a speaker outside, though.
Ocean, join us.
There actually is a speaker outside.
Okay.
Yeah, because when you sit outside in the patio, which you actually got to see how our patio is set up now. When you sit outside in the patio, you can just turn your phone on and tell it to connect to Bluetooth, and it will grab our speaker that's up there.
Cirrus, oh my god.
Cirrus wants to
What do
breed
I
ocean.
subject myself to the internet. And
What
this
is
what happens.
this? Am I going to try to get Ocean to watch Attack on Titan or JoJo while he's here?
Neither. Because I'm not... Yeah.
So, Attack on Titan is a much less interesting anime to introduce somebody to than JoJo's is. Truthfully.
I've seen enough of JoJo to understand what the hype is about and also to decide that I'm not about it. Like, I get it. I understand why people like it. But it's not my thing. I was just like, oh, okay. I understand.
It is a meme-worthy battle.
Yeah,
anime.
no, it is like I'm right there. I understand what it's about.
No, if I were to introduce Ocean to something, it'd probably be something we've already both seen. Here, Ocean, how about you see Kill la Kill? Hey, Ocean, how about you see Evangelion?
Cirrus, have you seen Fooly Cooly?
Yes. Several times.
So
It's a very short show.
I like that show. Thoughts on Steam Boy? I like Steam Boy.
I haven't seen Steam Boy. I've not seen Steam Boy.
Wait. Did we just figure out there's an anime that I've seen
Yeah,
that you have not?
correct. Everybody gets one.
I'm counting that victory, y'all.
You're
I'm
counting
counting
it?
that I'm counting it as a victory. So, because I'm notoriously uncultured, I haven't seen anything that Cirrus has seen. So
Here, I'm gonna give you a gift. I'm actually giving it to you. I'm not actually giving it to you.
Uh-oh.
However,
What is this?
hold this up for the chat, and somebody might understand the amount of suffering I've just invited on you.
There's this thing with Sonic the Hedgehog and the Xbox 360.
Give it a few seconds.
I don't...
Just give it
Wait,
some time.
that doesn't make any sense. Is that...
Just give it some time. There's gonna be somebody in the chat who knows what that is. It is.
What happened?
It is an unholy mistake. Zanju gets it. It's no use!
Not that game. Get rid of that. It's the game. Oh no, why would you do this to him? Oh, Jesus.
You're fucking
Jen is straight up, no, Cirrus, you're fucking evil. Get rid of that. The pain, sobbing. There's apparently a lot of
There's a
implications
history here.
I don't know what's going on.
This game goes
Alright.
under another name.
You have to
Sonic
draw a
06.
line in the sand.
You have to draw a line in the sand. Fine. There's a line in the sand.
Breath of the Wild. I guess I'm holding up games now. 06 is a special game. Sadist. Make him play. Set your boundaries, Ocean.
Ocean, here, would you like my copy of Ocarina of Time?
Is this a book?
Yes.
Oh, son of a bitch. There's a manga. I didn't know this.
Yeah. The stream is now Ocean reads Ocarina of Time.
I mean, sure.
No, give it back.
We're there.
God damn it.
Alright. So. The table of contents.
Legend of Zelda and the table of contents. Okay.
Make him play Animal Crossing Amiibo Festival.
No! I'm not gonna go that far. You don't understand.
I'm sorry, chat, but apparently there's been a line in the sand.
The line in the sand is Amiibo Festival. Amiibo Festival is like... Imagine an incredibly bad Mario Party. Now imagine it's played with figurines, but it's still a video game.
Topic? We don't need no stinking topic. We went through some of the things that we were saying we were going to talk about. We went through, what? My weird-ass post on Twitter.
Yeah.
David Silverman, and then talking about Black Lives Matter, and then T-Jump talking about Black Lives Matter. And
Yep.
all of those were weird events on the internet.
And now we're here.
And now we're just here because those things are really simple to cover, to be honest with you. It's just like, all right, David Silverman went mask off, and apparently... Was T-Jump ever mask on? I don't know. But...
See,
there
the thing is with T-Jump, I don't think there's actually a mask. I think he's just dumb.
Right. He just is... he might be actually convinced by his arguments, which would be weird. Like, I don't...
T-Jump convinced by his own arguments. That actually tracks.
Fair. Fair. Okay, anyway, so... Topic about upgrading your PC. Oh yeah, I'm upgrading my PC.
Oh.
I'm going through like a whole thing. I'm going to be replacing my damn motherboard. That's going to be an adventure. I got new RAM for it. I'm going to DDR4? That's how you say it, right?
You've been using DDR3 this whole time?
Yes.
Blink, blink.
And trying to stream Destiny, which has caused my processor to have a hernia.
1600 megahertz of no! Yeah, no. You needed DDR4.
Talk about updating Ocean Kell Toys router. Jen, I legitimately don't know why this title is farewell exactly. So we're saying farewell to Thursdays.
Yeah, Thursday.
We are going to be moving to Tuesdays. That is the thing. The thing, yeah. That way we can actually build a consistent time because Thursdays have wound up becoming like a thing for both of us. So, I guess, your Tuesday upload will move to Thursday.
I don't have a Tuesday upload. I have a Tuesday stream.
Which is now hammered out, I guess.
Tuesday is now hammered out. Thursday is now the stream. Now for a sampling of what Thursday streams are going to be like, because I'm not doing video responses and shit on the streams anymore. I don't get the chance to research them enough, and I end up depleting my catalog of things to respond to anyway way too quickly. So, instead what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be doing video game streams on the channel as an experiment. Because I was under the impression, ages ago, that streaming video games on my channel basically killed it. Because my subs per day were sitting at like 100, 200, like it was massive. And then I started doing video game streams, and then unlisting them, basically no different than fucking like Vosh and Xanderhall do. And my channel took a dive. It took a nosedive. It went to getting like 6 subs a day, 7 subs a day, and that hasn't changed.
Right.
That's been pretty consistently my life since we moved into the house. Moved into the house and channel just stagnated. Could not get it to get any large jump in subs for any good reason, except for like the odd collaboration.
Right.
So, I attributed that to the video game streams, but weirdly enough, that would make my channel an anomaly, because the other channels that do streams that are not of their content matter, and then unlist them, don't suffer the same problems my channel did.
That was weird.
Because Jimmy's used to do that all the time.
Thing. Yeah.
Vosh does that
all the time, yeah.
Xanderhall does that. Thought Slime does that. Like, a lot of other creators, all within the same tangential space that I'm in, do the same thing, which means it's not that I made that one mistake and everything plummeted. It's that I attributed my channel's lack of growth to that mistake, and there is some other mistake I have made that actually made my channel suffer, and because I've been not really realizing I've been scapegoating the video game side of things, I've not been able to address whatever issue that is.
Right.
So, what this means is that
YouTube, be a one-trick pony or die.
Tell that to H-Bomber guy.
That's fair.
Like, fucking...
He covers, like, all kinds of things.
He can do whatever he wants on his channel. He's fine.
I don't know what's going on there.
He's an anomaly.
He's also really funny.
Yeah.
I just started watching, like, some of his content.
Just recently.
Yeah. Because I didn't know much about the guy. But
Have you seen his video on Pathologic?
No.
It is great.
Okay.
It is a star-spangled review of the game. Where
everybody was telling me that I would really enjoy his content, and I was like, okay. And then I saw like a compilation that had some moments from him, and I was like, okay, I'll check out this guy. And I like what I've seen so far. So
my favorite moment still is his thing on Ben Shapiro. When
I haven't seen it.
He does a video on climate change denial. And when Ben Shapiro does
is it a measured response to climate change?
Yeah.
I saw that video and it was like, I should watch that, but I haven't watched it yet.
There's a part in the video that is just golden, where he plays the clip of Ben Shapiro going, let's say, for instance, for the sake of argument, that the sea levels rose 5 inches. Let's say 5 feet. Let's say 10 feet. 10 feet. What would stop people from just taking their beach houses and selling them and leaving? And then
I saw this clip.
And then it fucking clips the H-Bomber guy. Sell the houses to who, Ben? Fucking Aquaman!
That's a funny line. I like that a lot.
It is great.
It's like, I don't know. But like Shapiro seems to like understand very little about real estate if he thinks that houses that have been underwater appreciate in value. I don't.
They appreciate in one sense. They float.
They definitely rise in one way.
They do. They rise, just not economically.
They might float down the street and no longer be on the property you own, but...
Keelan Fitz, the video is called A Measured Response to Climate Change. It's from H. Bomber Guy. Highly recommended. It's also kind of funny.
It's on my list. I've seen that clip, but I haven't seen that video. Like, that was in, like, the thing... Actually, that was the clip that you just mentioned was the thing that convinced me to go to his channel and start watching things, because I saw that and I died. I straight up, because I was like, damn, that's amazing. And went to his channel and I started watching his analysis of Ruby.
Yeah.
Like that was I was enjoying his, like, he was doing a really, like, I didn't watch the whole thing on that. Mm-hmm. I watched like maybe 20 minutes of it, but I was like, this is a really thoughtful breakdown of how a TV show can go off the rails just in general. Mm-hmm. You know, so
it's literally just using
like,
Ruby
go
as
from
a framing.
Development to execution, and the failure is somewhere in there, and trying to find where the failures are. Like, as somebody has interest in those subjects, I was like all about that. Like,
and I agree with a lot of his breakdown on Ruby, because his point is, like, literally, when Ruby's good at action,
right? Well,
it blows
it's
its
amazing.
story.
Right.
But when it's good at story, it suddenly starts blowing at action.
He didn't get into the points where... his analysis of Ruby got me to start watching Ruby. I didn't know that they actually made it. I saw the red trailer, and I was like, this is amazing, and promptly never followed up.
I'd highly recommend watching it. Like, is it a great show? No. Does it have to be?
Also, no. Okay.
It is a good show, especially...
It does a lot of speaking motivations from what I saw of his breakdown. Mm-hmm. Of like, I am the bad guy. Yeah. Kind of stuff. And it was like, okay, all right.
The thing is though, the show gets way better at plot focus.
Yeah.
After the third season. And H. Bomber Guy's analysis exists only within the confines of seasons 1, 2, and 3. And he points that out in his episode.
How many seasons are there?
7 now.
Oh, okay. It gets better, I guess?
So it gets better in story.
The action starts breaking down.
The action starts breaking down because the Montiyama is no longer piloting the team.
Okay.
However, even though the action does start getting better, but it starts relying more on set pieces and less on how well they're executed later.
Someone's pointing out a flaw in H. Bomber Guys. This is through Super Chat, so we need to address it.
Okay.
I've heard some people say that Ben meant to sell the houses before flooding, but it's still a stupid argument, though.
If he's selling them before the flooding, if you knew that it was about to flood...
You're not going to be able to sell your house.
Everybody else on the market knows, too.
Right.
And even if they didn't, you're going to
sell for undervalue, and no one's going to buy it until afterwards. So.
The idea that Ben would advocate for a predatory practice, such as selling a house that is about to be destroyed, makes it way worse.
It's one of those things where someone will correct an argument that Ben Shapiro is making. I notice this a lot, where someone will say, that's a straw man, it's actually this, and the correction winds up making it 10 times worse.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, oh, wait a minute.
The straw man is actually more in his favor.
Right. It's like, no, we should go back to the straw man, because that's better for him. But yeah, I don't know. It does seem like Shapiro and apparently his sister as well both fall under the make bad simplistic argument, then things like, and then move on kind of thing. Like I don't know, just stick to pwning college students, I guess.
Same thing Steven Crowder should do for the rest of his
but
life.
Why would they sell it then? I don't know. It's like, what do you wind up getting? If you sell a house in the middle of an evacuation. Well, then what's Ben's solution to the people who bought the house? Sell the house to Aquaman? Like
because then if you sell it, somebody had to have bought it,
right?
And now effectively you've changed nothing. You've made the situation worse because now one landlord has been able to profit predatorily off of this. But aside from that, if you ignore that, because that's a very like left-wing argument for that, the predatory nature of a landlord. That's a left-wing way to go about that. If you just stuck within the fucking right-wing situation, you still have a neutral. One person.
Wait, what's the left-wing way of going about it? Say that again.
Pointing out that selling the property, knowing the flooding is going to happen,
right,
is a predatory landlord practice.
Yeah.
It is a predatory practice on the point of the current landlord.
Okay.
Because by selling the property, knowing that.
But yeah.
It is a very predatory practice.
Because he wasn't talking about landlords. He was talking about individuals.
Yeah, I know.
That own their own house.
Yeah,
That's not a landlord situation. That's a homeowner situation. So if you're selling,
unless they do rent to own or something like that shit.
Well,
which is technically.
But then, if you're doing rent to own, you don't own the house.
No, like you are the landlord, and then letting somebody come in and rent to own.
Right. Okay.
You still have.
I see what you're saying, but yeah.
In either case, the predatory practice of a home owner,
right,
of somebody who owns land.
Yeah. Landlord or homeowner, it doesn't. But anyway, I think he was talking mainly to just people who are homeowners.
Yeah, but even if you the left wing position, is that selling this knowing it's going to be destroyed, is a predatory practice. It is a very predatory practice.
Right.
If you ignore that, and just stick within the confines of person sold home and it's not immoral, then you still get person in that home that can't use it because it's going to be destroyed, which is what the previous person's position was. You've just kicked the can down the way, but you've not actually done anything. Shen
we
Papiro.
Is it Ben versus... Who wins in a fist fight, Ben versus Vosh?
Vosh. Ben is like 5'0" and a twig, and Vosh actually like works out once in a while.
I'd say that Vosh purely on like reach and weight.
Yeah. Like I see Ben getting snapped in half.
It is hard as fuck to fight somebody 20 pounds more than you. So, anyway.
You want to go play swords?
No. So, like, yeah, just like weight difference. And Vosh is a pretty fit looking dude too. So like, fuck, you know what I mean? Like it's gonna. I'd say here we go, Vosh. Let's see.
Ben can't even think far enough to not start a friction fire fucking his wife.
Where did you see that?
That's Jen.
Oh my god.
I mean, he doesn't think pussies can be wet, and apparently
Friction
his doctor wife has told him that pussies are not supposed to be wet.
Friction fire. Good God.
When I fuck, it's on fire. That's either because your doctor wife's not wet, or you've got an STD. Either way, probably fix that.
That was a hilarious self-own though. When I saw that tweet or that
fucking.
It was a tweet, right?
It was a tweet.
Yeah, it was like.
And he also had a clip of him on his show, where he was like
friction fire though.
Like, what do you do with that? Not your wife.
That's
obviously.
That is a word. That is a concept. God damn.
Ocean, have you ever dated sandpaper? Have you ever dated sandpaper and it was your fault?
Jesus. Wow.
What are my thoughts on the Vosh Destiny Rittenhouse debate? So I haven't seen the Vosh and Destiny debate about Rittenhouse, but I know that Destiny's been making some...
They did a debate on that?
Apparently. And I know
Destiny's been making some cringe comments, though.
Like, I'm at the point right now where I think Destiny could eat a dick, and if it had an STD, I might not care. That's where I am right now with Destiny. Like, his fucking...
I still don't know enough about Destiny to really have an opinion on anything. It's just that the clips that I see, I'm like, damn, dude. Like...
There's only so much charity I can give to somebody who says that left-wing economics will not work, but then when presented with a book on left-wing economics,
Says they won't read the book.
says they won't read the book, and then when Richard fucking Wolff says that he will gladly have a conversation with you...
He went on this off camera, too.
When Richard Wolff says he'll have a conversation with you and you just don't, like, you need the... It's like you live in a perpetual goalpost movement. Chad is
Destiny
also
is so
just on
short.
my face. Ugh.
Destiny's sight is so short-sighted he would run into a door after he walked out of it. That's funny. Destiny crushed Vosh.
I mean,
I
still need to
but-
see it.
Yeah, I haven't seen it, but just knowing the two, having seen both of them debate. Again, I haven't seen a whole lot of Destiny, but I have seen some of his debates to where I moved from thinking that he, like, because I saw Destiny versus Darth Dawkins, and that was my introduction to Destiny, and I thought that Destiny got crushed. And then I saw another debate with Destiny in it. I can't remember when or where or what it was. But it increased my respect for Destiny of, like, his debate skill, just purely on debate skill.
Mm.
And, like, I was like, okay, cool. But I've seen Vosh debate a number of times. And again, speaking purely on debate skill, the guy's fucking good.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, imagining the two of them debating, knowing both of their, like, from what I understand of both of their skill level, I would think that Vosh would crush. But...
Vosh learned a lot of his debate skills from Destiny.
Right, but Vosh... Okay. Vosh is really good... Okay. Destiny, from having done... Alright. I'm going to have to really figure out how to word this. Because what Destiny is good at is spitting facts.
Mm.
Quickly. Regardless of whether or not they're facts. Like, taking his points and saying them really quickly and getting a lot of information in a short period of time before the opponent is able to respond.
Oh, so he's good at being a used car salesman.
Kind of. But, like, that is, like, a linchpin of his skill, is that he knows a lot of things, he retains a lot of information that he's held, and is able to recall it quickly in the moment.
And he's able to Google quickly.
That's a very good skill. And yeah, I mean, both he and Vosh share that skill. Vosh, from what I've understood, is very good at constructing an argument in the moment, which is something that Destiny, from what I've seen, isn't as good at.
Mm.
And the one that wins you debates
is the
argument one. So,
because as T-Jump fucking showed...
Depending on who's in the audience. If the person in the audience just wants to hear confirmation bias, then it doesn't matter, right?
But they'll hear the facts.
They're going to hear the facts
like,
and they'll agree with them. And then Destiny will win or something like that. But, you know, if... or they'll hear Vosh's argument and then Vosh will win or whatever. It just depends on what the confirmation bias is. But in scoring a debate, the argument is more compelling than fact spitting. So, like... And again, I might have my analysis completely off. I've only seen a few of these debates. Maybe Destiny has changed his strategy since then. Maybe Vosh has changed his strategy since the last time I saw anything involving Vosh. But from what I understand, this is what Vosh does, and that's mostly what Destiny does, as far as, like, their greatest skills. Like, they obviously, Vosh spits facts and Destiny constructs arguments, but what they're best at from what I've seen are those two things.
But yeah,
that in mind, I would think that Vosh would crush.
So, apparently, Vosh says that you should let a mob decide whether you live or die. I kind of doubt he said that. As somebody who's worked with Vosh, spoken with Vosh...
Watch it before you comment, but...
yeah, I'm gonna watch the video.
Vosh every once in a while says something that's pretty cringe, but...
I'm gonna watch the video, I'm gonna watch the debate and see, but that sounds like a straw man. Honestly and truly. But I don't know. Like, I need to watch it.
Haven't seen it. SE is much more manipulative than the Socratic method. Should we talk about straight epistemology, Cyrus?
We can do that briefly. So here's the thing. The Socratic method and straight epistemology are basically identical in how they are executed. However, straight epistemology has an agenda. Socratic method can be used with an agenda, but it does not have one baked in.
Okay. Do they still give out the manual?
Manual for creating atheists?
No, not Bogosian's book. The manual. There's a guide that I have somewhere, It's on my computer at home, but you look through it, and it has a lot of like sales tactics in it and manipulation tactics that I read into it. It was basically like strategies for taking your interlocutor, putting them into a comfortable position, and then firing your the SE thing, which when you consider that the intention of SE is at its base to create an atheist, basically.
Yeah.
That's where the manipulation comes in.
And
whereas Socratic method is to show that you don't know anything, which is a completely different goal.
Some of the techniques used in straight epistemology are also not terribly honest, because, like, for instance, if I were to ask you, Ocean, do you believe X? And you said
yes.
And I said, okay, what would you rate your percentage?
Oh, the damn.
What would you rate your level of certainty on that?
I hate that thing.
The thing with when you ask for a level of certainty, there is no way to get an accurate number from a person.
Right.
But because they're the ones that said the number, they think it's accurate.
Here's the thing, because the thing that hey, I'll tell you the reason why that question exists. They want you to say 100, or they want you to say something that's really high, so that after they ask you a series of questions, you can say a number that's lower than what you said earlier, and therefore they can say, we have tracked that there was a result in this discussion, and it's a mind trick to get you to go, oh, my position moved after the conversation.
Even if your position
it's a manipulation tactic.
Didn't move at all.
Right.
Because level of certainty does not denote position. Especially when you consider that you...
Even, if your position didn't change, but your level of certainty has been lowered or whatever the fuck, simply because of the nature of doubting after a conversation in which you hear opposing points.
Your position is still identical.
Right.
Like, that's the thing. But you think.
Yeah.
It's made to make you think that that's not the case.
Right.
Now, granted, have there been good things that come out of street epistemology? Yes. There are people
it's
who
definitely gotten some neckbeards to calm down.
Yeah, there have been people who have come out of the effects of street epistemology and been...
It's telemarketing for atheism.
and
You're making cold calls, it's true.
Really good. But just like fundamentalist Christianity has probably taken at least one psychopath and stopped them from killing another person after their first X amount of murders, that doesn't make me want fundamentalism anymore, just because it has sometimes produced good results.
Right.
That doesn't make me want it more, at all.
Well, they're also saying that the good results from it are that there are more atheists.
That's a benign result.
Right. Is a
good
problem, y'all. But
a good... So, here's the thing. I would hope that the existence of David Silverman...
At least tie it back.
I would hope that the existence of David Silverman can exist as a bastion argument against the efficacy of atheism as its own position in determining anyone's morality. I would hope that.
Vosh typically doesn't like talking to sock dems, but he said he loved talking to Jimmy. That makes sense. Jimmy's awesome. Jimmy's a good guy. And I still think I'm a social democrat.
You still think that?
I still think that I am.
Okay.
Every once in a while I work through my positions. I've said before that I lean kind of into the socialist direction, but I'm still probably a social democrat.
We got a chat from Sharp Tenko.
There we go.
Who wins in a debate between Kent Hovind and Discount Hovind?
Depends on the subject. Is it about pterodactyls? Discount Hovind.
Wait, no. Discount Hovind isn't Matt Powell.
Oh, who's Discount Hovind?
Just Google Discount Hovind.
Wait, what? Are you kidding me? This is a thing? Wait, there's the whole thing? This is logic.
It's my thing.
Oh, it's you.
That is Discount Hovind.
Who is this guy?
He is the fanboy parrot.
I'm being introduced to something. Fanboy parrot. He's a parrot?
Listen to him.
He's a bird.
Just turn on the volume and listen to him.
Get out of our schools, God. Get out of our books, God. Get out of our schools. Get out of our academia, God. Go away, God. Get out of our magazines, God. Get out of our newspapers, God. Get out of the news, God.
He's got a lot of weird stuff in his background.
Look at the fucking Kent Hovind Anon thing.
Like, yeah. Like the fucking V for Vendetta poster in the background. Now I'm clicking around this. Y'all are seeing me fucking browse YouTube. You can't see what I'm looking at all, but like I'm just sitting here. looking at a Surus collaboration video with Logic that's 40 minutes long.
Ken Hovind is soon to be released from prison sometime maybe this February. I'm not sure.
Oh, he's a huge fan.
Yeah. He's a massive Kent Hovind
Like,
fan.
we got a fucking Kent
He-
Hovind super fan over here.
He parrots all of his arguments, and he travels around the world in order to be as close as he can to Kent Hovind and Ken Ham. He's traveled to Japan just because Ken Ham was there at one point, and fucking just so he could shake his hand, just so he could touch him. He's weird.
Was he healed by touching his cloak?
Fuck.
Like, I don't
know.
This is so strange.
Yeah, no. I have 7 episodes in the Discount Hovind series. The only reason that
Ocean,
series...
what do you think of Logic? I have been asked this before. I still haven't seen a full Logic video.
Oh my god.
I haven't. Discount Hovind, Ken Hovind collabed with Logic is actually how I found out about Surus. Oh, cool.
Yeah, I actually get that a lot. Like, there's a lot of people who just like go, "Yeah, I found you on Logic's channel." Like, cool, that's awesome.
Yeah,
I need to get Logic to unblock my Discord.
Logic is nice. I know that he's like one of the OG like atheist channels, right?
Yeah, and he's actually like a really chill dude.
Cool.
Like, we don't agree politically, but we don't have to.
Right.
Like, he's just fucking chill. I gotta get him to unblock me on Discord because I am blocked by him on Discord from when my channel got stolen and my Discord got stolen, and I told all the creators to block that Discord so that they did not give information to a not me. But I have not told Logic that I got my Discord back. I need to hop on my other Discord and send him a message and be like, dude,
Okay,
you gotta
yeah.
unblock my other account.
So, Surus... Xanderhall might debate Keemstar? Why?
I don't see anything beneficial coming from that.
I don't know.
I don't.
Someone asked us if Logic is at all anti-trans. I don't know.
Logic is from what I understand, Logic's not anti-trans. Like, he has some positions where children are concerned, but
What?
the whole
okay. I see what
Yeah.
you're saying. Yeah,
like the whole thing with him and EOT at one point
I gotcha.
was an argument that EOT just like EOT took the DMs between him and Logic and made a video about
That's
the DMs.
right. Yeah,
And that was where I was like, that's kind of unethical.
right.
That's like your private conversations.
Would you rather
Okay.
talk about Hovind or Ham? I
Yesn't.
I don't.
They're functionally identical.
Right, like, I've always considered Ken Ham to just be an Australian Kent Hovind.
Can we send him back?
No, I don't think we can. I don't. Anyway, so. Yeah. Okay.
What is the
Now
difference? Sirs, what is the difference between communism and socialism? Okay, so communism,
You're about
in its purest state,
his soapbox just went. All right.
is
anyway.
a stateless, classless society. Socialism still has a state, still
So
has
has
classes, but the means of production are owned by the proletariat. That's it. Those are what those are defined as in their purest forms.
Right.
And therein lies their distinctions as well.
You should look at the stream, by the way. Huh?
I should look at the stream, by the way.
No, it's saying to me I should look at the stream.
Okay.
Oh wait, there's another fan art.
Yeah, there is.
Hold on a minute.
It's just a lake, not a stream.
You said put it down. This isn't what I meant. Oh,
I'm putting
That's-
down bread for you to eat.
that's funny.
Because you're Duck Ocean.
Oh my god,
You Duck Ocean.
that's hilarious.
Hey, Ocean. Duck.
No. Let's see. Logic is nice, but I can't stand his Discord server.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's fair.
Typically, when you have a
socialism-
lot of apolitical stuff, you attract all types, and that can create problems.
Let's see.
Socialism can also refer to the decommodification of goods.
I feel like socialism is one of those words that everybody means something else by it. You know
This
what
is
I mean?
this is the reason why I said in its purest forms.
Right.
Like if we're talking about just pure theory,
Okay.
purest form, communism, stateless, classless society, socialism, workers own the means of production.
Right.
There are more than 50 subsets of socialism.
Like when I say I lean socialist, I don't think that I mean what you said. But I'm also not entirely clear on what I mean.
Are you saying that you
I'm
as a
talking
worker
about,
do not want
like-
to own the means of your own production?
I'm talking about like greater social nets.
That's more of a social democrat position.
Yeah.
Social safety net's a social democrat.
Right.
Whereas I want that, and also I do not want CEOs.
Right.
Like, Musks are still running the world. That's a great Philosophy Tube song.
Mind you, I'm a social democrat. So am I think.
There was also another question earlier. What are my thoughts on critical theory? So my honest thoughts are this. As somebody who has not read specifically critical theory literature, like any modern literature on critical theory, I cannot give you an honest opinion. Critical theory is the theory of using internal systems in order to move the society more left, more towards communism and socialism.
Oh.
It's about using internal systems for it.
Rather than revolution.
No, it's either to create a state where revolution is inevitable, or to utilize functional incrementalism.
Oh, okay.
Critical theory is about getting there at whatever avenue you can manage.
Right.
But can I talk about it past that point? No, because I haven't read.
Well, it seems fairly pragmatist.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
so
it's a thing that I feel like
potentially he would agree with it.
it's a thing that I feel like I would agree with using more often. However, there's a level I believe that accelerationism also might fall into critical theory, and I don't agree with accelerationism.
Who wants to debate Ben Shapiro? Who gets
Apparently, college students. Also, if there is somebody who has read an extensive amount of critical theory in the chat and I've got something wrong about it, please let me know, because I'm working, as far as that's concerned, with the basest of base knowledge. I still need to read through, like, I'm reading through basic socialist literature first, old shit, like hundreds of years old shit, and then working my way up into more modern texts as I go. Bearing in mind that I don't spend a great deal of time reading, so I don't do it at a super rapid pace right now.
I can't read.
If God sowed himself would be okay, so I think you meant if God showed himself. So I'm going to answer two questions.
Wait.
One.
Who said that?
Shark Tanko. If God sowed himself, I would wait for the harvest and then get me some good God grains. Because of the way that's spelled. However, the actual question, which I believe is if God showed himself, my question would be, by what metric would I use to determine this is actually a God? Or actually God?
Do you think that truth anti-smoking vaping ads do more harm than good? Also, what do you think of the ads as just ads?
So
I don't know anything about this.
The anti-vaping ads confuse me, because vaping has been it is a marginally more healthy alternative to smoking. It does not carry anywhere near as many health detriments, as far as we know. The data on that might change in 10 years. Based on what we understand right now, many of the harmful elements, like the tar buildup in the lungs and stuff, are not as present in vaping. Yes, it is still addictive, but something merely being addictive is not indicative of whether or not it is good or bad. Look at things like porn or World of Warcraft, as an example. I might be speaking from my own vices, I'm sorry. So, do I think the ads do more harm than good? I believe if the ads convince... I have no measurements on this, mind you. So this is going to be purely in the hypothetical. If the ads create more people failing to quit smoking because they are going cold turkey, then they convince people to not smoke to begin with, then I would find them more harmful. But if the other way around, then I would find them more useful. Problem is, I don't have the data on that, and I don't know if there'd be a way to even harvest that particular data, because there's no way to, like, you're not going to go up to a random person. Hello, Ocean.
Yes.
When you quit smoking the Marlboro Greens,
yes.
Was it because of the Truth ad you watched when you were 5 years old?
I'm completely aware of how this happened.
That's so I don't know. I want to lean towards them being less helpful than good, but I want to give an honest answer, and I can't give an honest answer to that.
Right.
I don't have a pool of data to work with.
I tried to start vaping one point.
You
Just
look
because-
like you vape.
I do.
You fucking.
Don't I?
You look
Right.
like you look.
Yeah.
You look like the sound of.
Right, exactly. I should be. I smoke hookah, right? So I plume, right? But and vape for me was like, oh shit, yeah, portable hookah, and I tried to start vaping and I hated it. I was like, this is dumb, and yeah, so I was just like, oh well. So I don't vape. I tried though, for a little while.
J. Rodimus, is it worth it to get into WoW right now? It depends on what you want. I play WoW Classic, and for Classic at least, it's kind of a hard sell for me to tell people to get into Classic. When the server started, it was easier for me to convince myself that starting Classic was a good thing. But the environment around WoW Classic has changed so much. People don't exist in the actual world right now. They do instance boosting to level up, so you don't have people to play with while you're leveling, and you spend 70 hours of your time, minimum, getting to max level. So, I have to tell somebody to make a 70-hour commitment that's not going to be enjoyable? That's kind of a hard sell. Just to get to level 60, where most people are doing raiding, so you can't do the 5-man dungeons, for the most part, especially on my server. So, there's so much content you just cannot do, because there's not other people doing it, and it requires groups. And if you have people who've been raiding who do that content with you, you're not really playing those dungeons. Everybody's playing the dungeon around you. So, but that's just Classic. As far as retail WoW, I can't recommend retail. I just can't. I pay my WoW subscription and I don't play it.
Cirrus Ocean, what would be your reaction if God physically appeared in front of you? Well, I would be changing my opinion on what gods are.
I would first
because as it stands, my
would
position is
have-
that they're non-physical, but
I would have several questions. The first of which
or that their
would
minds
be,
are non-physical at least. So.
my first question to them would be, how do you plan on convincing me that you are God? You have
There
done
you go.
you have done something here right now that is indiscriminate from technology that has been described to me in sci-fi media, teleportation. So, by what metric do you plan on convincing me that you are not a sufficiently technologically advanced species or person? What is your plan here?
Good luck.
If it is the Christian God, they know how to convince me already, because they're omniscient. That's kind of part of the deal.
Yeah. So for me, with what I believe about the gods, there's several ontologies of deity that I'm open to, but one of them would be, if you're going to start talking about what they are physically, one of them is the idea of immanent gods, which is the very animist style belief about them, that they are, it's basically panpsychism, except with a discussion of deity around it. And a lot of polytheism is very similar to panpsychism, but it's basically that Thor is the agency behind lightning, so the idea of Thor physically appearing would be seeing lightning. But that's not usually what people are talking about when they say, if the gods appeared in front of you. It's like, what if Thor came down in a humanoid form with a hammer and all
Avatar.
That's why I'm saying, well,
The last lightning bender.
then I would be changing my opinion seriously about what the gods are, because that isn't my image of them. So, especially if that appearance was of a physical humanoid, rather than...
That doesn't track with what you...
Right, it doesn't track with what I believe about the gods. Or at least what I hold. You know what I mean? So it would be a paradigm shift. Let's say that, barring that whole thing about convincing was out of the realm, that somehow in this moment I knew that what I was looking at was deity, it would wildly change my stance. It would have to, because necessarily so, because my stance doesn't allow for it's where I'm at doesn't seem to allow for that. Although you get into some stories of, this is where you get into different ontologies, because there are stories in which the gods do make physical action on humans. Harold Wartooth is killed by Odin, is clubbed to death by Odin in one of the sagas. Now, I don't necessarily know how or what this is that intends to mean, and different heathens have different ways of interpreting how that functions. Because the story is very straightforward, that basically the charioteer of Harold Wartooth's carriage at the time in that particular battle was Odin, or at least a representation of, or an apparition of, or whatever it is. But either way, there was like an actual interaction that is recorded in there. It is a matter of historical record that Odin killed Harold Wartooth. That's a funny way to put it. But yeah, as far as what that means for ontology, it's an interesting question. Yeah, but there's different ways of looking at it, definitely.
So Shark Tango says, do you believe that if God does exist, they would take an amorphous blob with no real form? Or would God be the universe? Okay, so God being the universe for the most part would literally just be me playing a definition game. That's Spinoza's God. As far as the amorphous blob thing, problem is that I don't have a conceptualization of God. I do not have... I have several...
Are you a non-cognitivist or what?
No, you're not. I'm not a non-cog.
Yeah, you think
I have a video deconstructing non-cognitivism.
Right.
I can perceive of various different anthropomorphic and non-anthropomorphic versions of deity. However, do I have a personal definition of deity? No, I don't.
Right.
I can conceive, which is why I think non-cognitivism is dumb. I can conceive of very many different possibilities of God.
There are multiple ontologies of God, or gods. Like, within polytheism, you can say there are multiple gods and still have different ideas about what that means. I subscribe to Dylan's position about definition of God. I've got a video on it called Defining Defining the Gods.
Yourself. I think the video is called Defining the Gods.
Yeah. So it was like my second like edited video that I made. And it goes into like what polytheists like generally hold. I think most people, most cultures wind up aligning with Stephen Dillon's definition that I lay out in that video, and defining the gods. Yeah, I wasn't sure what the exact wording of my video was, but I'm going like full Ian Malcolm here. Chaos theory. Defining the gods in a way. But anywho, when you get into polytheism, there are like once you get past like multiple gods and some elements of definition, you do find wiggle room in different ontologies that show up within polytheism. That some people hold an eminent idea, some people hold that they are fully disembodied consciousness that have no relationship with the physical universe whatsoever. And that winds up being a difference between a more animist view or a Neoplatonist view or a, when you get into traditional heathenry, there's multiple ideas. Because Epicurus, Stoicism, and academic skeptics all argue about what the nature of the gods are in Cicero's On the Nature of the Gods. That's Cicero's text on the nature of the gods is three people arguing about the gods. Straight up. Just yelling at each other. It's great. And you would think that book, when I got that book, I was like, here's a good idea about what the Romans definitively believed about the gods.
Nope.
During the time of ancient Rome. And I read it and I go, damn, they are ripping each other apart.
Yeah.
So it opened up my eyes to like, no, there are several ideas about this, and you can, like, Cicero, ultimately at the end of that book is of the position where it's like he prefers the Stoic position, but over the Epicurean, but acknowledges that there are points, and also Cicero would go into over and over and over again. You cannot know anything. You cannot know anything. So when you have an ontology of the gods, the fact that you do not have like this rigorous ontology in which you can answer every single question about them isn't a problem for Cicero. It's, You can have ideas, you can interpret experience, you could be convinced by certain positions or understand certain points, and still hold the position without knowing or having an answer to every question. And that's fine at the end of the day. Someone says, let's see.
There's a question on what I thought about the...
Everyone is focused on Yumi, and this sounds important.
There was a question earlier. What did I think about the Nintendo Direct?
Before that,
Yeah.
someone says, what would you advise people stuck between different beliefs regards to a confused deist? Just keep reading.
I would say just
Like, yeah.
don't be a skeptic for this. Now that's being said in jest because
Hey,
this is in
watch
reference.
some talk heathen or atheist experience videos. That is the opposite of good advice. I'm sorry.
That is when I say don't be a skeptic, I'm not saying don't be a skeptic. That's not what I'm saying. I'm making a joke in reference to the skeptic's dilemma, the dilemma of the ass.
Oh right.
An ass is stuck, an ass is in a donkey.
That's so much fun.
A donkey is stuck between two piles of food. The piles of food are identical in size,
Yep.
identical in nutritional value, identical in taste. The donkey cannot figure out which one he should go for because everything is equal on both sides.
Right.
The donkey is skeptical on both sides. So it starves to death.
Because it can't make the rational decision.
Because if you have
Between the
just
two.
if you have just the skepticism without applied pragmatism,
Right.
which is it would be useful for me to choose one regardless
Right.
to live, the donkey dies. So if you're
This is
stuck,
Saurus's favorite fucking argument.
if you're stuck between two positions, my answer is pragmatism.
You should make 20 videos about the ass. My thing about it is that either way that you choose, you're an ass. So, whatever.
First time I heard that argument was actually when I co-hosted for Godless Cranium.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
There's a historian he brought on who studied ancient Greek for a living and talked about it on the show, and I was like, I like that.
Let's see.
And
Do
I
you
kept
believe that deities create a physical form as a vessel? Currently, what I hold about that is that if somebody, let's say that there's a story and then
We're
someone's
talking about Avatar now.
yeah. That if there's a story and someone sees deity, right? That is an experience in which the deity is impressing that experience on them. It doesn't necessarily mean that there's a physical body there. So essentially, I would have an idealist interpretation of what's happening. But again, my ontology could be incorrect. So I don't. It's something that's an idea that I have. It is not a definitive answer about what is the case or what heathens believe or what you should believe. So, yeah.
To answer the question while Ocean's searching for more questions to answer about
That.
about the
Going to video
Nintendo
games.
Direct. So there's a few things. One, we did not get an announcement about Mario Galaxy 2. That confused me. We got Mario 64, Mario Sunshine, and Mario Galaxy all coming to the Switch. No information on Galaxy 2. That was kind of weird. I'm curious as to how Sunshine's going to work on the Switch, because the triggers for the Switch on the L and R buttons are digital and not analog. And Mario Sunshine is a game
Really?
programmed on analog. Like, grab that GameCube controller.
Oh, yeah, no, it's got the physical trigger buttons, right? No, I know that.
So when you pull them down,
Yeah.
there's a gauge.
Right.
Same with Xbox 360 controllers.
Yeah.
The L and R buttons on the Switch are digital. They only have binary, 1 and 2.
Oh, okay.
On off. Mario Sunshine is programmed with analog triggers in mind. The rate at which you squeeze determines
things,
the
yeah.
actions. I'm curious how the Mario Sunshine remake is going to work.
Because that control doesn't exist. That's interesting.
Yeah, the control does not exist. Just like I'm curious as to how the Mario Galaxy remake is going to work out, because there is no IR sensor.
Right, because then if you hold it longer, it goes up. There's no way to extend a period in which you're tapping it, lightly
and that would be nonsensical for the design of the game anyway, because your water pressure in that game is greatest at the point of impact and then it goes down as you fire because it's programmed like a super soaker
Okay.
with a pressure. And the pressure goes down the longer you hold the trigger.
Oh.
And then you've got to pump again.
I remember trying to play Sunshine. It was one of the first games that I got on the GameCube.
I've got it running in HD
And
on there.
I didn't know what to do with it. It was a
It is the first game I played for 24 hours straight in my entire life.
Final Fantasy IX was the first game that I did that with.
We had a whole conversation about that. But, I'm curious as to how that port's going to work. I'm curious how the Mario Galaxy port's going to work. Because Mario Galaxy was programmed with not only an accelerometer in mind, in the Wiimote, but also an IR sensor for being able to grab star bits. That doesn't exist with the Nintendo Switch. There is no IR sensor module. There is no way of tracking that. So I'm curious how they're going to program in grabbing star bits. They might do it like how Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword did, where the IR sensor was not used for... there's something it wasn't used for, and instead they had like the amount of tilt on the accelerometers determined where your pointer was on the screen. And it made it really janky. And if that's what they do, then it's going to be just as fucking janky as it was in Skyward Sword.
It's an interesting question here about the gods having gender.
Which,
Which, I've thought about this a couple of times before. There's some...
them having gender is fine. Them having sex is weird.
Yeah. Because the gods have minds, therefore it makes sense for them to have gender. It also makes sense for them... there's a story about Loki in which Loki has offspring. And the implications about Loki and gender are interesting. Whoa, what are you doing? Okay. Yeah, it's there's all kinds of questions that can open up for that. The idea of a god being gender fluid is totally valid. The idea of a god changing from one gender to another is totally valid.
We've also been live for about 2 hours.
We have been. Good
Holy
lord.
Shit.
So yeah, there's plenty of legends. Callan has a lot of interesting opinions on this as well. Because you get into some forms of paganism that apply the gender binary in a way that's really strange. If you get into, there's some iterations of Wicca that have the god and the goddess, and all gods are part of the divine masculine, and all goddesses are part of the divine feminine. But then that doesn't really track with a lot of mythology, because you have goddesses that have masculine traits and gods that have feminine traits. So,
but a lot of that,
and it also oversimplifies and takes all of mythology and shoves it into a gender binary in a way that sometimes doesn't work.
A lot of that comes down also to the fact that because the texts were written by humans, they were written with their perceptions in mind.
Looking at the gods through the lens of gender could be a human interpretation. Again, ontology. But
you've got a lot of issues. Now, granted, that's not an issue where polytheism is concerned for one reason, and that is because there are no inerrant texts. That's not a That's not a concept the same way.
But
that
even
in, Christianity.
Even looking at deity and gender as a polytheist, unless you're going with the duotheism, gender binary structure, the god and the goddess thing, there's tons of room for interpretation regarding gender and the gods.
And another religious question that was brought up from Shartenko. Do I think Buddhism is a religion because it doesn't have a god or a strict set of rules like Christianity or Islam? Okay, so there is no part of the definition of religion that requires a deity. None.
Wait, say that again?
There is no... The question or what I just said?
What you just said.
There is no part in the definition of religion that requires deity.
Absolutely.
And there's no requirement for a deity to ever... There could be deities who exist that have no religions about them.
Right.
And there can be religions that exist, like LaVeyan Satanism, that have no deities.
Right.
Buddhism, having a god or not having a god, means nothing in regards to the word religion. There is a tendency in atheistic circles, I am in them, obviously, I'm an atheist, to conflate theism and religiosity. Theism and religion as the same term. Religion meaning belief in gods. I mean, hell, most positions on anti-theism end up boiling down to arguments against religion, not theism.
Right.
Because I don't have a problem with theism.
Yeah, saying you're an anti-theist and therefore against Buddhism is kind of funny. Or Taoism.
But because of the way anti-theism
Some
is
forms of Taoism. There's polytheistic Taoism, and there's pantheistic Taoism, and panentheistic Taoism.
panentheism is agitating to deal
And
with.
then there's also atheistic Taoism, and then there's like I don't know. There's Taoism is fun. There's all kinds of ways to go about it. Could you be a theist and not religious?
Yes,
A lot of classical theists kind of fall into that category. I'll be honest with you.
easily. That is just like, let's say that you're a Christian and you've read.
Let's say you're a classical theist.
Yeah, you read the Bible and you go, oh,
That's nice.
I believe in God. I believe in this God.
You simply hold to belief and have zero praxis.
Yeah, you are now a theist, but you don't have a religion. Like that's
Necessarily, I don't know. It's hard to say that because a lot of deists, I think, hold to the idea of being theist and not religious.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Because like they hold the position, but is it
They
is
carry
it
it under the
reli-
baggage.
like there's that's it.
Mhm.
You know, there's not very much unless they pray as well, which maybe they do. I don't know. You can have a deist that doesn't pray. That's completely
Yeah, but even then,
ontologically sound, I guess.
but even then, does prayer necessarily mean that you are now part of a religion? I don't think it necessitates it.
Maybe.
I think it is a component, but it is not enough of a
But
component
when you
on
have
its own to
belief
me.
and action, it's hard to say that there's not a religion there.
Mhm.
You know, so it's when you have belief without action that I'm going to get confused, right? Like because it's or what's really funny sometimes is you have atheopagans that don't have praxis. At which point I don't know what's going on.
They read a lot of Marvel comics.
Right, it's like you're an atheopagan and you don't have praxis. I don't know what's happening there, but it's a thing. The tendies are coming out. Yeah, that's a bad idea.
I'm just gonna.
That's a terrible plan. What's he doing?
Do you see this sauce?
That's a sauce that he made. It's a thing. Everybody count down till Cirrus goes up in flames.
I'm out of drink. I'm gonna regret.
I don't even know what I was talking about a second ago. Oh, yeah, the idea of belief. Let's see. My mother prays, but not for a result or a wish list. She does it with comfort, and it connects her to something. She believes in God, but not religion. I still say that that's establishing relationship with prayer, and actually that's probably more religious than just requesting prayer. Religion, though, is scholastically impossible to define, just so that everybody knows. This is the reason why this conversation gets so weird, is because
You mean so many things to different people.
every definition of religion is wrong when you can find a specific version of what we call religion that will falsify pretty much every definition of religion that has been scholastically proposed. So
It's a lot like So This is gonna sound weird. The definition of religion is probably close to the definition of porn.
yes,
You'll know it when you see it.
it's very much that. There's been, funnily enough, when I was in college, my Episcopalian professor said that.
Religion is like porn.
Religion and porn are very similar with regards to definition because there isn't really one in either case. But they are words that we use in order to mean distinct ideas. And we know what those ideas are talking about even if we can't describe them.
Isn't the idea that words have to have concrete definitions just strange by the very nature of how words work?
Yeah, but also, it is, like, this is one of the reasons why I try to put definitions in as many of my videos as possible, because my fucking channel is a glorified glossary. Because, like, I think it's important to say a word, and also, as clearly as possible, define what you mean by it. But there are some words, like porn and religion, that I will readily say, I don't think you can define those things. But, my Episcopalian professor, straight up.
So
Porn and religion, you can't define them.
Well, I'm glad that I, off the cuff, quoted your professor. I thought I was being original, but I see, like with all academia...
Nothing. You cannot say anything unique. Let's see. I know some idiots who think nudity is pornography. Yeah, and it's not. That's the thing. You know, are Greek statues porn that are nude? No. And also,
but
there's
is
a
it- but
lot
is
of
it-
porn that involves clothes.
But
Fully clothed.
But is a woman posing in the exact same pose as a Greek statue, but on an OnlyFans account porn? Maybe.
Right. And that's, again, yeah.
But now after I've drawn it, is it? Well, only if you masturbate to it. But maybe not. It's fun.
Again, maybe not is exactly right. Another one of the words that is like this is art. Defining art is a bitch. You can't do it.
Have a conversation with the boomer.
Art, porn, and religion. 3 impossible to define terms.
And they are all the same thing.
The only way to refute that would be to talk about their definitions.
And then my definition refutes that.
But you can have
Pornography is
you can
art.
have something that is all 3.
Religion
I guess.
is art.
Yeah. And some porn is art. Some religion is art. Religious art. Religious porn.
Some religion is porn.
Right.
Some porn is based on religion.
Yeah.
Some porn is based on art.
Right. You can have a religion centered around porn.
Yeah. You just...
Yeah. All of these things.
What we're saying
there
is
you
porn
go.
is a sandwich.
Exposed ankles can be porn. There you go.
It's all a sandwich.
Kadama says, answer me, this is important. All right, hold on a second. Question, why are you not subscribed to Femboy Fishing on YouTube? What?
I didn't know.
Some nudity art is based on religion and can be considered pornographic.
Yumi's elegant grooming is art. She's just...
See, okay, here's the thing. Asking that question, is Yumi's grooming art? Some people say art is based on intention. Now, is Yumi intending for her grooming to be art?
Wait, here's another question.
Wait, because it gets fucked. Is the answer to that question is obviously no. However, is someone observing that Yumi's grooming seems artistic, does that then therefore make it art? Is the viewer looking at something that they find to be art, then create the art? Some people, the answer to that is yes. And then Yumi, even though Yumi has no intention of creating art whatsoever, is an artist. Simply because someone impresses that what Yumi is doing is art.
You can even simplify that down too.
Uh-oh.
You have 2 producers on a set.
Yes.
One intends it to be porn. One intends it to be art.
Shit.
They've created the same movie. What is it?
Both.
Yes.
Right.
And
But it also
there's
depends,
a third.
or it depends on what the beholder is seeing it as. And
well, last time I dealt with a beholder, I didn't get much loot off of it. It wasn't very great. It was actually kind of sad.
help me. Anyway. So, yeah, art, again, one of those words. What is art? I took I took too many art history classes in college. Enough to have a major in it, but I didn't get the major in that. And a lot of history classes that I took involved art as well. And art history is incredibly difficult because getting into what is considered art, Greek pottery, for example.
A lot of it was just made.
Is it art?
A lot of it was just purpose made.
Right.
And yet,
or depiction of story, they weren't having the same intention on that an artist today has when they make art. There is definitely a distinction there. So, is it art? And saying no to that seems like a slight, so people don't say no to that, which broadens the definition of what art is.
I have art for you.
Uh-oh.
So, this is
such a subject, though. Is there an art to BDSM? Sure. What? Hold on. That's art.
Yeah.
That's definitely art. No one will ever know what we're talking about.
It is a tweet. When someone tells me masturbation is degenerate,
Jesus.
and it is. The scene where Ash and Samurai are telling their metapods to harden to each other. When someone tells me pornography or masturbation is degenerate,
You're
my
missing the
answer
point.
is maximum hardness, metapod.
Is art a sandwich?
Yes.
Damn it! No! Stop it!
I came to that conclusion religiously, because religion is also a sandwich. Can you honestly tell me that abstract concepts are not other abstract concepts? To do so is to engage
All right,
in
so
an
some people are
etymological
saying,
fallacy.
all right, watch the fucking chat explode on what is art. Is water wet? Is another. It's a hot dog. Let's see. Is a single water molecule wet? There's the question.
But is water describing the single molecule? Or everything at once? Or was water just the friends we met along the way? I think there's a good reason he's
Some people are
ignoring
saying that the viewer creates art. Is like, yeah, that would mean though then an artist doesn't create art.
Does the viewer create sandwich? Because if so, can I introduce you to absurdism?
Oh my god. Kill me right now. Just do. Okay. Anyway.
What?
With tendies apparently. Real Cirrus is afraid. Ask Ben Shapiro's wife. I don't know.
Is WAP art? Look at all the bits of cayenne in there.
In the case of ocean, yes, water is the friend we made. I like that. I like that a lot. Wetness is a human construct.
True.
Vapor and ice are not wet, therefore one molecule is not made in a physical state. WAP is definitely art.
Do you want absurdism with your order? There's a restaurant.
The artist is also a viewer. Right. That complicates it further, doesn't it? What makes art is like this giant fucking thing. And it is I swear art history teachers love to make students' heads explode over trying to communicate this concept.
Wonderful.
Because you get into some things like the first time art students encounter the fountain, for anybody that knows what I'm talking about, is always hilarious. Because it's like, that's art? It's just a signed urinal. And it's like, but it's on its side. The best part is it's a signed urinal that's not even signed in the name of the artist. I believe it is signed R. Mutt.
I have some real art for everybody. Just
What are you doing?
here's some art for everyone. It is Crab Rave. It is an entire song based on just fucking crabs on a beach.
Is this when the...
Yeah.
I'm seeing this for the first time now. I don't... Alright, crab dance in the chat. Let's do it. Oh, I've seen that clip a million times.
Yep.
Alright.
Behold.
Crab dance, yep.
It is true art.
Is crab rave a sandwich? Is that
I
called crab?
grew up in Florida. Yes. We also have sandwiches of flounder. Sorry, Little Mermaid fans.
Oh no.
Is Ocean Keltoy art? Well, I'm observing him, and while I'm not impressed, yes.
Oh my god. Hammered Out is gone.
Does Ben Shapiro crab
It's
friction fuck?
Help me. Help me. Alright.
I think we got about 5 more minutes.
Wait, is the fountain what? It's a urinal on its side.
The best
and it's signed.
The best sandwiches are friendships.
It won. I want to say that it was like it basically kicked off the modernist movement. And then things got more absurd with the postmodernist movement.
I don't think you understand the postmodernist neo-Marxists.
And one of the things, anybody who's taken an art class knows that postmodernism is
Postmodern neo-Marxist.
It's just...
I surround myself with their literature.
Anti-art.
Because they're the enemy.
Jen Graves is bringing up anti-art. Art that is created essentially to not be art. Wonderful subject of art history.
And yet...
that is included in art history.
Yes.
And it's fucked up that it's included in art history when it is definitively an art movement in a way that shows that art cannot be definitively anything.
You know what it reminds me of? Trying to defeat an evil empire by joining the evil empire. That's what that is. That's what that is. Art is an evil empire, and also a sandwich.
Like, including anti-art in art history is the most fucked up thing about any study of anything. Like, damn it. How do you have art that is not art? Anti-art. Look it up. It's amazing.
It's just soup. Ocean, I'm at soup.
Alright. I think that we can end...
Either he doesn't get it,
I don't know.
or he hates me.
Yep. I think we can end the stream here.
It's both! God
Let's
damn
stop
it!
Alright.
I'm not drunk enough for this, gentleman. Well, okay, so, for those who are watching, stay tuned for just a little bit longer. So we are ending this stream. But
Yes.
the show's not over.
Not?
No.
What are we doing?
The gaming stream.
Uh-oh.
It's still going to be had on this channel.
Right.
Now, here's the thing.
But he's gonna move it.
We're not just gaming.
Uh-oh.
You're not just going to watch me play video games. We are going to do a rotation system.
What
where
is happening? Yes, apparently.
going to be a rotation system. On my Discord. Mention... I'm going to see about getting a channel set up maybe or something like that. I don't know. I'll have to talk with Raz about it in like the 2 minutes we'll have. But in my Discord, if you're not in there already, you need to hop in there. Now, granted, you're only going to have access to Northshire Abbey for the first 2 weeks. That's fine. You can still talk to people. You still have voice chat. You still have everything. You still have, like, function of the Discord. You just don't have access to main channels yet. I'm going to be doing a rotation system where people who would like to play League of Legends with me, with Raz, eventually maybe with Ocean. Depends on him.
This thing can't. It is a dying thing.
I'm actually curious now.
It might be able to.
Can a MacBook Air play League of Legends?
This is an old MacBook Air.
According to Quora,
Yeah.
yes, you should be able to play League just fine. League
Right.
of Legends uses very little computational power, so you should be able to get decent frames per second on medium settings.
We'll see.
Yeah, this is from a 2017.
But with the trackpad service,
I have mice!
I don't know what he's saying. I can't do this with the trackpad.
There are mice!
This is...
I have done the whole show
Not
with a
something.
trackpad.
Play League of Legends with that.
No. Absolutely not.
Yes, you should.
But any of you,
You
who
should
would like...
stream League of Legends playing with that.
Any of you who would like to play as well, if you don't have an account already, the game's completely free, and you can play with us. You just have to do like a tutorial, and then you get the basics just how to play, and then you can play with us. If you don't know how to play, do not worry. We can spend time like teaching, doing games and teaching as we go. But the basic gist is going to be, I want to have the live streaming segments on my channel more catered to hanging out with you guys and doing it a little more directly via gaming and stuff like that. I think might be a neat idea going forward. Maybe. Possibly. It's going to effectively be what's going on Thursdays after me and Raz do therapy, since Hammered Out is moving to Tuesdays. For today, though, it is functionally going to be an after show.
Yeah.
So,
Which I may or may not leave in the middle of. But we'll see.
or if you end up just passing out again.
Right. I don't
It's
know.
up to you. So, if that is a thing that you guys would like to do, by all means, those options will be available. And we will be streaming it here, so if you forget, there should be, if you hit the notification bell icon, there should be a notification that pops up.
YouTube is so funny. It's like your video went out to like it'll say something along the lines of like 87% of the people that have the all notifications thing were sent to this notification. I'm like, YouTube, why not? Why is that not 100% every time? Like, why is it just not?
Average
Like,
viewer
I
says,
don't-
when is this happening? This is happening in literally like half an hour.
Yeah.
Like, there's going to be enough time for us to cool down, grab drinks, set up differently, and figure out what our personal
God
plans
damn it,
are.
Cyrus, I'm driving home.
Okay. Jen said we need you two in pajamas and sleeping bags doing this. Ocean is dry now.
I don't even know what that means.
Ocean is dry now?
Hopefully not in the Ben Shapiro sense.
I think it's exactly in the Ben Shapiro
no.
sense. Ocean, would you like to participate
oh
in
my
friction
God.
burns?
Oh my god.
Would you like to be a dop?
Oh my goodness.
No professional YouTuber wears
In,
pants.
in pajamas and sleeping bags. I like this idea actually.
I'll fucking do the
We need
entire...
to do a code Twitch stream
I'll
where
do the-
we are both in
I'll do the entire stream like this. Just...
in pajamas. I'll get footies.
You get footies?
Yeah, we need to have matching
Little-
footy
little
pajamas.
toes.
Yes. And then we have a synchronized dance.
Gonna be the Haruhi dance?
I don't know what that is, but yes.
You've literally watched Melancholy of Haruhi Suzuki.
Not in years. I don't remember anything from it. Anyway, yeah. So we should have a synchronized dance routine and footy pajamas. F in the chat. H in the chat. H in the chat.
Don't forget your moisturizing face
H in the
masks.
chat if you want to see Cyrus and I in footy pajamas in a synchronized dance. Because I think this is a great idea.
Our friction burns art, though.
Our friction burns art.
I think that is a perfect way to end
Yep.
the last Hammered Out on Thursday.
We're going on that.
Thank you all for watching. We will see you again in about a half hour. Hop on the Discord if you have not already. And if you want to play League, let us know there. And we will see if maybe we need to set up a separate channel or what have you. I don't know. We'll figure that out and let you know.
Right.